So I'm Michael Lorenzen with the Cincinnati Reds, and I'm here at Mamba Sports Academy. We're gonna get a workout in. So we're gonna do a shoulders lengthening, opening up the T-spine routine that I do every single day. Off season, during the season, on vacation, I do it every single day, and it's something that's kept me right, for the past couple years. So I'll take you through it. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna hang for a minute, just a passive hang to lengthen out the lats, the shoulders, let the spine expand and lengthen out. So from there, you can grab a 25 to 35 pound weight. This is for my lats and T-spine. My butt, my hips are always in a pelvic tilt during all these exercises. I do 30 reps, an extension, and I'm holding for 30 seconds. So what I'm doing right now is a thoracic extension. So I'm not arched like this, pelvic tilt, back is flat against the wall. And I'm learning how to just move my thoracic spine. So I go from there to getting my back flush on the wall. 100, after I do 100, I take about 10 deep breaths in that same position and try and lift my rib cage as high as I can. Just opens everything up, man. My top knee is pushing into my bottom knee, keeping that tension there. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do 30 to where I open up here. And then after 30, I'm gonna hold for 30 seconds. And I'm gonna sit in a squat for a minute. I could be on a long plane ride, get a bad night's sleep, get to a hotel at about 3, 4 in the morning on a night getaway day, long flight, and your body, you get out of bed and you feel stiff, but I go through this routine and I feel brand new again. Just move around in the squat a little bit. And then I do a couple different exercises in the squat after a minute of sitting in it. 3, 4, 1. Everything that I'm doing right now is almost for a time, basically, so I always have my stopwatch going. So I do 3 minutes, head first, lead with the head and the chest. And then I'll do 3 minutes, leading with the hips. And then I'll do 3 minutes of hips first and pulling the shoulders. This is from Ido Portal. I flew him out to San Diego and we trained together for a week. And I've been doing what he's given me every day ever since. So you have to take care of your spine. For me, I want to age as slowly as I possibly can when it comes to just movement patterns and the way I feel. There's a saying that says you're as old as your spine, and I think anyone can relate to that. Whenever their back is hurting, they feel like an old man, or you see someone who's pretty old and their spinal health is good and they can move around a lot better, and you see people getting old and they have to walk around with a cane or different things, and you just see the restrictions that having a spine that has some issues brings upon you. So I take care of this. So this will take the full hour and a half of my morning. So this one, you're learning what the feeling of the hips pulling the upper body feels like. And so in any type of rotational movement in sports, you want the hips to pull the upper body. I'm gonna throw a bullpen today, so I don't want the first time that I feel this feeling to be when I start playing catch. So I'm doing arm circles. My arm is completely dead, see? So that I'm not trying to swing my arm here like this. I'm swinging it with my body. A loose arm, I'm letting the blood flow. Here I'm filling my scap. So the arm connects. The scap is included with it. Some people just want to think like this is where the arm ends here. But if you include the scap with it, I'm trying to feel the scap move as I'm doing these arm circles with the dead arm and letting the blood kind of rush to my hand, letting my wingspan lengthen out. So yesterday, I got a really tough, good upper or lower body lift in with Noah, and my legs are sore today. So I'm a pen day today. My legs are super sore, they're feeling tired, so I want to make sure that I do some movements with my lower half to turn it on, activate it, get the blood flowing. So when I'm off the mound, I'm not dragging, but I'm moving that with that quickness and that sharpness. So I'm gonna do some lower body movements, some explosive stuff to turn all that back on. Ooh. So what we're doing here is I'm gonna work on a jump with a weighted jump, bringing that med ball up, throwing it against the wall as high as I can. I'm doing it for height and explosiveness. My core the next day is just so sore from that stretch here, that triple extension, having to kick the weight up. So it's a solid exercise. So for a hard workout, to recover, number one, you have to be on top of your nutrition, your hydration, your sleep. Last night we went to a Lakers game. It was an awesome experience. I've only been to a couple. And to be able to watch these athletes play, LeBron James, I've never seen him play, so that was a blast. But I knew that I had a workout this morning. I went home early, make sure I got my rest in order to recover and be able to show up today and get better. So that's the type of discipline, that's the type of sacrifice that most people don't see. This is all that matters to me when it comes to anything else outside of my faith. But this, I'm just trying to get better. So I'm doing everything I can. Staying out at night, it just ain't worth it. So I know I'm doing my weighted ball program through Driveline. So I do this work every day as well. You just gotta be super well-rounded with your approach. You can't fall in love with just one thing in a sense of just being in the weight room and hitting the gym for hours and pumping weights for hours on end. If you fall in love with just one thing, you miss out on everything else. It's like if I were to gravitate towards this, fall in love with just this, well, I'm missing out on everything else that's around me. So I try and stay centered and get a little bit of everything. You want your body to be individual parts working together. So like for me to be able to get my arm back, I want to be able to just do it with my arm and not have to rotate in order to get it back. So what I'm doing is I'm kind of taking the pieces of the car apart and I'm polishing them, cleaning them up, doing work on them. So when I put them back together, they work better as one. They all have their own individual job to do. So I'm training each individual parts. And then when I go through off a mound and do all that stuff, I'm able to feel them as individual parts, but they're all working together in sequence. It's good for the morning session. We're gonna head to the field right now. I'm gonna throw a bullpen. I'm already nice and loose. My legs were super sore as I came in, but doing those jumps and everything else has loosened me up and has turned my legs on. So I don't feel like I'm gonna be sluggish on the mound today. So I just got back from throwing my bullpen. I'm about to do my workout right now. It's gonna be a full body lift. I don't know necessarily what we got in store, but I'm gonna go through it and I'm sure it's gonna be good. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. It's lightweight right here. I tell people, the guys that I work out with, that are in college, I try and use an analogy of a barber with clippers. And so if a barber was given one set of clippers for the rest of their life, this is the one set of clippers, they're really good clippers, and you have this one set for the rest of your life to cut hair, you're gonna have to take care of those clippers in order for them to last. And so I kind of relate that to my arm and my body in a sense of, at first you may cut hair and it may come out really good and turn out really good, and you may have some success, but if you don't take care of those clippers, they're gonna wear down. They're not gonna cut well anymore. People are gonna stop showing up. But it's those people that take the clippers apart, clean them, polish them, put them back together and make sure that those clippers last a long time. Those are the ones that have the success. And so I tell the college kids this is like, listen, you may have a good pair of clippers now, but if you don't take care of it, it's gonna be gone. And I've seen so many guys, come out of college or high school and they're pumping 98, 99 miles per hour. And by the time they're, 23, 24, they don't have it in them anymore. And so that's not what I want to do. I want to take care of my arm, take care of my body. And so in 10, 15 years, I'm still throwing as hard as I throw, if not better. To be holistic with your approach, bro. A lot of people will say, oh, dude, I work so hard. It's like, for what, like 2 hours a day? What about the rest of your day when you're just sitting on your couch playing video games, or when you're just freaking pounding, you know, beers or soda, or getting like 6 hours of sleep because you went out? Like, that all accounts for hard work. Like, your food prep, what you eat, how you sleep, how you hydrate, all the discipline and stuff. It's not just about getting in the weight room and like pushing yourself to the limit, and that's how you get hurt. That's how you get hurt. Because all of a sudden, every single time you come in, you're working from a negative. So like you never break even and then start from there again and like start from zero. You're starting at a negative because you didn't recover. So like, you just keep digging a hole for yourself, and then that's how you age yourself so much quicker. That's what people don't understand, man. People don't understand like the hard work and all that. Like, it's all good, but dude, you're just gonna age yourself if you're not recovering right. But it's like a combination of just finishing my workout, getting some stretching in, but also for my breathing, just relaxing my mind. I just put my body through a ton of stress. I don't like leaving the gym right after that. So I like to kind of cool down, breathe, slow down a little bit, relax, and then start to let my body recover. I like to visualize myself telling the hitter what's coming and then just throwing it with total conviction. That's it. I'll just watch that over and over and over again. Just so, in my mind, no matter the situation, doesn't matter if the hitter knows what's coming, I'm still training that conviction that like, my stuff's good. My stuff can get anyone out. And just training that into my mind over and over and over again, seeing it. So I'm Michael Lorenzen with the Cincinnati Reds. I appreciate you guys following me at the Mamba Sports Academy, watching me go throw my bullpen, and just kind of going through a day of work. Yeah, it takes discipline, it takes hard work, but it's worth it.